Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this. Happy Friday. For me at least. It's a Friday that I'm recording this on. Who knows when I'll feel like uploading. Today, I got some funny stories. Well, not really funny. Spooky. Very spooky stories today. Sit back, enjoy the Rocket League gameplay. Sit back and listen along and read a book or something. And enjoy. Don't know if this goes in fit or X. Webs, here's the story. It's fucking long, but bear with me. Friend not in the story tells us about a place to get palm readings. Lifting buddy and I go to get palms read. Show up to the shady ass place at 10 in the morning wearing our workout gear. Ghost bitches already miring. Stereotypical scraggly gypsy woman shakes her hands. Oh fuck. And seats us at the table with the crystal ball. Ask who wants to go first. Hispanic heritage kicks in, and I nope at the last minute. Friend chads up to the plate. Woman grabs his hand. He flexes slightly. Woman goes from smiling to horrified. Starts grabbing and studying his hand like a last will. Feeling weird, man. He tells my friend he's got something following him. Asks if he did any Ouija voodoo bullshit. Says he smashed a hole in a wall when he was drunk lifting at home. What the fuck? Says there was some type of decorative skull behind it that he now uses as decoration in his bedroom. Gypsy lets us leave without paying. At the gym 30 minutes later, spotting friend while he benches. Some newbie dumbass is curling next to us. Like no joke, 6 inches away from us. Dude slips up and swings a 20 he's holding at friend's head. Throws the bar up and ducks just in time. Almost impale myself trying to catch the bar. Newbie apologizing, while friend gets back up and I'm shitting myself still. Tell friend he should go home. Friend looks unfazed and just wants to continue. Leave to Abuela's sister's house to get some sage and silver. Go back to gym and give it to friend. Next day, friend looks happier than normal. Tells me some shit went down at his house. Says the power was dead even though his bills were paid and the rest of the neighborhood had power. Heard rattling of silverware. Uses flashlight app to see. Saw a silhouette of someone crawl under the kitchen counter. Nothing under the counter, not even shelves. Friend doesn't believe in Ouija shit and believes it's an intruder or animal. Friend grabs his pull-up bar and gets ready for a sweet fit justice. Yells obscenities while patrolling his house. Says he sees what looks like a small humanoid crouched in his weight room. Gives 0 fucks and tosses the pull-up bar at the window. Shatters like a lanklet kneecap squatting. Thing nowhere in sight. Friend then starts to consider Ouija shit. Calls other friend for advice. Our lifting group has some odd characters. Johnny answers and tells him to burn the sage and carry the silver. Says he'll be by with some holy water. Drops it off. I'll call my grandmother tomorrow for help. She's one of the medium people. Friend sits down on his couch while the house smells like old. Watches American Dad. Looks at the sage. Dried up and out. Goes to his pocket for the silver. Fucking melted. Instead of warm, it was cold. Starting to see something dart back and forth across the room. TV goes off and static comes on. Says high-pitched screaming fills the house, and friend gets mildly annoyed. Walks over to the weight room and smashes the skull against the wall in a fluid motion. Like imagine walking into a room, tipping over a vase, and going back to what you were doing. He did that, except threw a skull against the wall. Says house shook. Screaming got higher, then stopped. Lights go off again. Hears numerous footsteps getting closer to him. Tells me he's mildly freaked out at that point. I'm very concerned that he said mildly. Says he doused himself in holy water and started swinging as hard as he could into the darkness. Only hears the wind breaking on his fists. Says he heard the footsteps getting further away. Screams, "Nuh-uh." Starts running around his house and swinging in the darkness. Fucks up his living room in the process. Tells me he swears he made contact with some fleshy a few times. Doesn't remember falling asleep. Wakes up and goes to the gym to tell me this the next day. Friend goes outside to make frequent calls during this routine. Ask him if he's trying to get in touch with a priest. Tells me he's been calling his home phone and leaving angry voice messages for the ghosts. Says he would buy a snake just to flatten it out with a rolling pin up until it dies. Friend goes home again. Fast forward a few days. Looks completely normal. Asks Johnny if lifting buddy was alright. Tells me it's disturbing how well he's handling the situation. Says he went to lifting buddy's house to check up on the stitch. Feels a presence, but it feels scared. Lifting buddy walks out of his bathroom naked, wiping his ass with a Ouija board towel, throws it on the floor and kicks it into the living room. Pours more holy water and takes it outside to burn it. Ask friend if he is hungry. Sure. Says he pulls out an open Ouija board he bought at Spencer's and uses it as a fucking cutting board. Says he repeatedly stabbed the cutting knife into the cutting board when he was not using it. Breaks the board in half after he's done chopping up tomatoes and throws it in the trash. Washes his hand, then pisses in the trash can. Even I think this is disrespecting the spirits too much. They both eat grilled chicken salad, then Johnny leaves. Says on the way out, lifting buddy goes into the lifting room and pulls another crucifix on the wall. I'm putting Jesus on this wall and I'll be back to fucking masturbate on my bench press while thinking about Lucifer's whore. What? Daughter. Wow. Interesting. Punches a hole in the wall before leaving. Johnny calls his abuela that night. Abuela goes to lifting buddy's house with the priest the next day. Says her abuela and priest were also amazed and disturbed with how lifting buddy is fighting the situation. Priest actually cowered and admired lifting buddy's pissing naked on the satanic Bible he bought at some shady bookstore. Tells priest he walks around naked a lot lately and talks shit about Satan. Priest leaves before cleansing. Abuela stays to do her medium thing. Tries to contact the spirits. Says it was a group of entities that were very pissed that their shrine was disturbed. Tell her that they have no power since lifting buddy isn't remotely scared of anything they've done. Lifting buddy walks back into the weight room with a dead snake. Abuela says entities scatter like roaches. Check what I found on the street this morning. Takes a bite out of apple. A fucking dead snake. Throws the snake on the floor. Puts holy water and salt on it. Kicks it into the carpet a few times before peeling it off and throwing it into the trash can in the kitchen. Abuela is what the fucking at this man's mental strength or ignorance. Tries to contact the spirits again. They keep running from her. Finally talks to one. Says they are scared of Lifting Buddy. Ghosts are scared of my bulky friend. Abuela asks what can make them pass on. Says they did some black magic to get revenge on some asshole landlord from way back when. Says they had incriminating shit to shame his family within the wall with the school. Abuela says to Lifting Buddy what he needs to do. Lifting Buddy goes into the weight room. Makes the hole bigger by throwing a 15-pound dumbbell through the wall. Finds a folder with records of some sort. I'm not lying about any of this, I swear, and especially this next part. Lifting Buddy flips through the paper, then wipes his balls with it. Abuela, horrified, crumples them up and throws them into the corner of the room. Tells the spirits to piss off, then punches another hole in the wall. Total of 13 holes at this point. Abuela says, "May go have mercy," in Spanish, then leaves. Goes back to Lifting Buddy's house a month later. Immediately goes into the weight room. More holes than wall, destroyed as fuck, but like Halo descending from the heavens, the bench press and squatting rack are still there. Tries to contact spirits. Nothing. Smiles and asks my friends if he did what needed to be done. Again, not lying about any of this. Tells Abuela that he uncrumpled the papers and got the address of this bastard. Papers were only from 60 years ago, so the guy was still alive, just old as dust. Finds the address of this guy in some sort of mansion. Knocks on the door, wearing a Get Swole You Must Star Wars Yoda tank top, board shorts, pink sunglasses, and a backwards Chicago Bulls. Johnny said Lifting Buddy went to a lot of detail about his wardrobe for this. Some scrawny white guy in his mid-30s opens the door. Lifting Buddy holds out the papers and asks for the person in the paper's name. "Hey Dad, someone's here to see you. He has documents." Lifting Buddy lets himself in and finds the old man in his studies. "Who are you?" Notices the papers. "Where did you get that?" Old man tries to grab the papers. Lifting Buddy punches the old man in the face. Dentures fly out. Says it was like some shit out of a movie. Crouches in his face and sets the old man straight Sherlock Holmes style. Guy's son runs in, jumps on Lifting Buddy's back. Lifting Buddy stops mid-sentence, lets the guy down, then gut punches him until he hobbles out of the from and pukes in the hallway. Tells the old man to set shit right or he will be back for blood. Leaves. Fast forward a few days. Various cars outside of Lifting Buddy's house. Thinks the old man brought some friends and grabs his pull-up bar. Walks outside in his tank top and house shorts. Various families are thanking him and giving him cooked foods. Thank him for getting their grandparents' properties back. The documents were apparently deeds swindled out by the old man. Families say the whole "we'll never forget you" spiel and leave. Friend looks at the Tupperware. Nothing but calories and carbs. Cookies, briskets, gumbo. Throws it all away and goes back to lifting in his weight room. See old man's name in the news a few days later. Apparently, he was hated by the community for being a dick. Somehow only heard about him now. News doesn't disclose how he died. Doesn't know If it was from Lifting Buddy doing more damage than he thought, the ghosts getting their revenge, or natural causes. Hasn't had any paranormal problems since then except for one. Says he went to the kitchen for a late night snack, non-cheating snack, and saw full body apparitions. They smiled at him. Says he grabbed an apple, head nodded while taking a bite, and walked back to his bedroom. He stops halfway and turns around. Holy fuck, you guys were real? Spirits fade while smiling. Lifting Buddy goes to sleep. Lifting Buddy still lifts and does insane shit like he always does. No one fucks with him since the ghost puncher incident. Abuela Myers every time she's around him, and I think the priest told his priest buddies in church because everyone Myers and cowers in grace twice as hard when they were around him. Again, none of this was made up. No walk to the dinosaur tent shit. My friend legitimately beat up a bunch of goats. Man and girl go out to drive under moonlight. They stop on a side of road. He turned to his girl and say, "Baby, I love you very much."
"What is it, honey?"
"Our car is broken down. I think the engine is broken. I'll walk and get some more fuel."
"Okay, I'll stay here and look after our stereo. There have been news of report of stereos being stolen."
"Good idea. Keep the doors locked no matter what. I love you, sweaty." So the guy left to get full for the car. After 2 hours, the girls say,
"Where's my baby? He was supposed to be back by now."
Then the girl hear a scratching sound and a voice say, "Let me in." Oh my god. The girl doesn't do it. And then after a while, she goes to sleep. The next morning, she wakes up and finds her boyfriend still not there. He gets out to check, and man door, hand hook, car door. Okay, X. I was obsessed with Goatman, Skinwalker, mimicry stories for a while, but I haven't looked in a while. And then this happened to me last night, and now I literally cannot sleep or stop shitting my pants due to its proximity to my house. I'll try to green text as much as I can, but first, background. I am 21 and a college senior from Connecticut. While I live in a semi-rural area, about 20 minutes to the closest supermarket/fast food, I go to school in Washington, D.C. Not the nice part either. The part where crackheads are a real thing and cops are reassuring rather... Fucking shit, okay. The part where crackheads are a real thing and cops are reassuring rather than troublesome. I've definitely seen some shit in my day. It would be good to mention here that I'm not some glandular freak, but I'm about 6'1" and 240, a lot of muscle, but Lord knows I could drop 15 pounds. I love to smoke pot, get drunk, and eat. Sue me. Being the good student that I am, I picked a real major, accounting, and I interned for a mid-sized PR firm doing accounting bitch work and getting paid $20 an hour. College is expensive as fuck though, so I deliver pizzas at night after the office closes. It's a cheap, drunk food kind of pizza place that has an absurdly large delivery radius and is around 20 minutes from my house, 5 minutes from the beach. My place is north of there, and we deliver probably another 15 minutes past of my house. I'm actually typing this at work in between examining the fine print on our clients' contracts to ensure we are charging them every penny we can. Cheap bastards. So basically, the further north you go from the pizza place, the more rural it gets. I work until close, and this occurs around 9:45 p.m. Be me, in the back, folding pizza boxes like a good little corporate bitch. Counter girl comes back with the delivery slip. She tells me the customer sounded weird on the phone, kind of like he was talking through a fan or through his hands, and that he was almost like gurgling. We'll continue. My DC experience instantly makes me think crackhead, even though all around here it's way more likely to be some benzo freak or painkiller addict. Automatically assuming some weird interaction will occur. Look at address. See, it is in kind of bumblefuck. I'm a little mad because I don't want to drive that far, but fuck it. It's the weirdest ticket I've ever seen. Guy ordered a large pizza with anchovies, ground beef, ham, sausage, pepperoni, etc. Literally $15 worth of extras. I go to ask the counter girl if it's right. She says she thinks so. She couldn't really make it out she said she did her best. She's like 16, so I cut her some slack. Assumed she was daydreaming and called the number back. Phone rings 5, 10, 20, 30 times. No answer, hang up, call again. The phone goes right to, the number you have dialed does not have a voicemail box that has been set up yet. Goodbye. Okay then, .jpg. Manager decides just to make the pizza as ordered and proceed from there. Deliver pizza to a hilariously obese and blackout drunk couple invited me in for drinks, but I don't drink or smoke when I work. Hope someone else took weird pizza. Surprise! No one did. It's my turn. Begrudgingly take the pizza and get to my car. Enter address into phone. It's on a side street adjacent to a park locals call open space, which despite the name is about 500 acres of straight woods. It's about 25 minutes away, basically the edge of our range. Put on some dubstep, judge me, and crank my turbo Subi, judge me more, out to this road. If you're not from a rural area, this can be hard to explain. Winter in the woods is scary. There's never a single sound, ever. Unless there's something larger than a cat walking around, it's you in dead silence. Finally get to address. There are a few houses on the street, but they sit on probably 5 acres, so they are spaced out for a fair amount. Looking for number 1134. I pass an 1130, then a long stretch of nothing, then an 1144. What the fuck? .jpg. I just want to get this over with and get the next delivery without getting stabbed by some pillhead over a fucking pizza. Call the number. Rings, stops ringing. There's no sound, but instead kind of like a buzzing or humming. It's hooked up to my car stereo and it's getting louder and louder until I just hang up because I don't want it to ruin my speakers. Windows are fogging up because at this point I'm pulled over in between those two houses. Right when I roll down the windows down, I am overcome by the odor of decaying trash, like driving through Newark, New Jersey. Fucking gross, so I put the car in first and I start pulling towards the next house. At the end of the driveway, there's a stanchion with a light on top. Gonna pull into this house and knock and ask if maybe they gave the wrong number over the phone. Makes sense for a pillhead. I'm probably 100 feet away when I see someone step out of the darkness into the light at the bottom of the driveway. Good. It's the fucker that ordered. Expecting this guy to be all over the fucking place, leaning over and being fucked up. Guy isn't that bugged. Stop the car about 10 feet from him. Black coat that looks 3x too big for him even though he's probably got 5 inches on me. Don't look at him at first. Getting pizza out of the car and getting ticket and change as I talk. Hey sir, sorry about the wait and the calls. This is pretty far. No response. Realize I should be watching him, considering the signs. The smell is still pretty pungent, but I know it's not trash day. I get the pizza on the roof of my car. He is standing under the light on the opposite of my car. So I got out of my driver's seat and went to driver rear to get pizza. Put pizza on roof of driver rear. Guy is probably 10 feet away from passenger rear. I finally pay enough attention to get a good look at him. Giant tall, no shoes, ripped up jeans, stains everywhere. Big jacket as mentioned. Look at his face. Sunken eyes. Can't even see them with the light. Getting real sketched out because guy hasn't moved or said a word. Stop the process and just stare at the guy. He is staring right at me with those freaky fucking eyes. His head is sort of bobbing side to side, but not in any fluid sense at all. Kind of like a car door, like how it stops at halfway open, then you give it another shove, then it stops at all the way open. I watch his head do this in no real pattern for probably 10 seconds. Starting to get really uneasy between the stench and the head thing and the eyes and the not fucking answering. I stand frozen and so does he, without breaking eye contact. I take my phone out of my pocket and hold it level with the roof so I can look at the guy and my phone at the same time. Go to recent calls. Call the number for the guy. Call it. Phone starts ringing, but I hear no phone anywhere. Then out of the woods, I hear faintly, so faintly, a fucking cell phone ringing back in there, maybe 50 or 100 yards away. This is me kicking myself for not getting my CC yet. This is me almost shitting myself. The guy is just standing there, still doing the head thing, but I swear I see that fucker smile. Finally, get the courage to speak. Can you please come get this? Also, I think you may have dropped your phone when you were hiding a body or whatever in the woods. Nervously laugh, still thinking maybe this guy dug too deep into the prescription bottle or found some PCP or some shit. I see his mouth open, head bobbing, feet planted to the ground. He makes sort of a low, guttural, quick grunt, then a high grunt, then a low grunt. They are sort of soft, kind of like someone clearing their throat. I've shut the rear passenger door at this point, and I'm ready to book it to the driver's seat if I got to. Just as I go to call that phone again, I hear words. The phone's not mine. The pause between the and phone's not was way too long. Phone's not literally sounded like one word. Mine came off an octave higher. My mind is DEFCON 5, like just full panic attack. Knees are weak. I'm literally about to peace out. I push the pizza to the far side of the roof away from me. Finally muster out, "Sir, you're freaking me the fuck out. I have a 45 and less than $20 on me. Please come take this so I can leave." When I say this, the head bobbing stops. His eyes are dark and burning a hole through my skull. Opens his mouth again. It was his. What? I say, stunned. It was his. The phone was his. The guy comes toward the car. Not a step, but like one huge muscle spasm that propels him forward. The phone was his, he repeats. I'm on the verge of tears at this point. Standing next to the driver's side, pizza is on the roof over passenger rear door. Guy jerk jumps once closer to the car. The phone is not his anymore. I blubber wordless, and then gathering man balls, I scream, I want to call the fucking cops and blow your fucking blood. I'm gonna call the fucking cops and blow your fucking drug addict head off if you don't get the fuck out of here. I hear this fucker smile, this creeping fucking smile, and without moving his mouth, I can hear him say in a completely different voice, a voice I've never heard before, "Go away. Stop following me. I will call the police." In one big jerky motion, the thing reaches forward, takes the pizza off the top of the car, and places a couple of round things that I later identify as quarters on the roof, surrounded by a dark liquid that spreads over the roof. I don't even think, just get in the car and peel out down the road. Leave the hot sleeve for the pizza, leave the shit on the roof, don't even close the door all the way. I go down the road at about 80 for a quarter mile, then pull a U-turn cause I don't want to get even more lost with this psycho here. I whip down the road, past the place where he was, nothing. Finally get to the end of the road. There's a stop sign to merge with the main road. Look right to make sure it's clear, look left. This thing's face is 12 inches from my own when I turn, tactically shit myself, peel down the road, finally make it back to the pizza place, shaking like bloody hell, smoke a joint just to calm me down, which I never do when I'm working. I walk into the front door of pizza place. Hey, Anon, that guy at the open space house just called back. He said you forgot some food, but he only ordered the pizza, right? He said come back, IDK. I started crying. Look at my phone, which had been thrown through the car with my driving. 14 missed calls from that number. Literally in tears. All the voicemails are empty, except the last one. All I can hear is ragged breathing and those low gruntings. Fucking bawling my eyes out in front of this hot ass counter girl, and I don't even give a fuck. Sit for 10 minutes and calm down. Remember the change on the roof. Go out to car and turn on flashlight. The roof of my car was covered in the most viscous, weird liquid, but it smells like blood and I throw up immediately. In the panel gap between my trunk and the end of my rear window, I find the quarters, covered in the same covered in the same maple syrup, thick goop blood shit, and stuck to it are soft little chunks of what I can only imagine is tissue. Go to open my car, and my blood turns to fucking ice. There is a single line of blood going from the front quarter panel to the driver's side door. The fucking thing tried to open my motherfucking door when it was next to me at the stop sign. Tactically cry and poop my pants more. I go back in, tell the counter girl, and try to call the number again. She tries over and over and over again, but the phone goes right to voicemail. Next morning, I give the phone number to my uncle, who is the police captain a few towns over. Says the number is from a burner phone, paid in cash, basically untraceable, and appear to be off now. I sleep with the lights on now. I'll be lurking for comments or suggestions, or something like, is this fucker gonna stalk me and kill me or call me again? I'm fucking terrified. That is all that I feel like reading for today. I can't lie, my jaw hurts like a bitch now to talk, but that's okay. If you enjoy the video, like, comment if you want me to read a story in specific. Like the video, as I just said. I will know that you did or didn't. I'm watching. Like it, subscribe, eat some fruit or something, take a nap, enjoy the rest of your day, and have a blessed one. I will see you all whenever.